Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. This is a new video of the channel Backend God. Um, in this video, I will show you a few add-ons what are really important in your backend in your chatting. In the last video, we go through the 8 setting points that are really important setting points. But in this case, I will show you a few other things because in my backend, I saw an important and really big increasement in the chatters if we implement that. So in this case, we will start here. We have here the chatting guide scripts in, and really important thing is that we have a storyline behind the chat. For example, when you have a young model, okay, he's like 18, 19, you brand it like 18, 19 young old model, then you can write something like parents out, I'm alone, and done, and then for example, do you have an idea what we can do next? Or I have an idea what we can do next. Do you want to hear it? And then you can start with the script. So with this single part, you have implement like a believable setup in your chatting, in your chat, and that makes the fan feel more comfortable with you. When you have, for example, like an older woman or older model, like a MILF or something else, you can write something like, hey, my kids are sleeping, and then the same part as and the younger model. Do you have an idea what we can do next? Or I have an idea what we can do next. You want to hear it? Something like this. So that's really important that you put a storyline behind your selling on the script. So yes, that's it. One also important thing is that you add personal like add-ons on the chat. For example, you have to know all about the fan. I will come back later on the note about that. But it's really important that you know the favorite color, the favorite food, and so on. And for example, when you create a script from a model, and to be honest, it not it's not a must be, but it's a cool add-on when you have, for example, a big high spender, big one. He's spending like, I don't know, 10k a month. So in this case, you can make a script for all fans, but his favorite food, not his favorite food, sorry, his favorite color is like pink, and he likes pink nails on women's. So then you create a script, but you implement that the model has in the script pink nails. And then you have a script for your backend, but you have for the high spender a script what you can sell. Like I filmed this thing, I filmed this thinking about you. Remember when you said you like pink nails? And then the high spender is like in trance, and he will spend so fucking much more money because he get attention from you, what he will never get from another model. Yes, that's one important point. We go to the next one. Now I have the fucking loom here um in the sheet. No problem. So no, the grading is the last one. Sorry. So really important thing. I see it every day in my agency that chatters make mistakes on this. Um, Scripts are scared. Follow the fucking script. The script is like a GPS and or like Google Maps, you know. And when you go away from the script, you lose money. It's fact. Once you start a script, stick to it. That's really important. When you're wandering off, lose money. Treat it like a GPS. It's important part. So in this case, I will add on here a checklist for you, for your agency. It's really cool. It's also, in my opinion, one of the most important parts you have to know about. You have to know all about the sub in your backend. You have here like a checklist. Before you sail, make sure you know all about the sub. You know hobbies, you know job, you know the daily schedule, you know the fucking favorite color, you know the favorite food, you know how is did he have siblings? I don't know. Did he have pets? When is the birthday from the pets? When is birthday from the sub? Um, don't do it on the detail, but when you build on the longer time scale, a big high spender from the sub out, then you know, have to know it before you before you sail. In my opinion, there are three important things. What you need to know is the age, where he's from, the job, what are the hobbies, because you can make a lot of fun with the hobbies, and you know you have to know how was the daily schedule, or how was the day so far, because you have to know how he is emotional, and then you have to know what are he is doing right now. Is he alone, or is he on the bed? Is he working? I don't know. This is important. The other things like favorite color and so on, you have to add on the sheets, on the CPM, or on the notes on your chatting tool. I don't know. When you continue chatting with them and building up for a spender, but the few things are very important before you sail. So this is important. Then these points are also really important, but for these points I make a video so far on the 8 selling points. The points are also on it. Next point, the last point for this video, is how to handle a dig rating. Okay, so how to handle a dig rating is, to be honest, it's really easy, but you have to know how to do it. So really important on this case is that you give him like an honest but positive reaction. Always make it positive. You have 8 things or 8 factors you can rate and give focus on the dig rating. It's a shape, it's a size, it's a grit, it's a hardness, skin tone, and hygiene. So what I like to do is that I pick me out 3 of them and implement like one negative. I start with the one negative. For example, when he needs to get more hygiene on his dig because he don't cut his hair, I start with that. I criticize the hygiene on his dig. I tell him, okay, next time you can cut your hair off, and so on. So that's the first point. Then I will add a positive thing. For example, the size. I like your size. It's really cool. I don't know. Do it positive. You know what you have to write. And the third thing, and that's the important thing, is that should be like unforgettable. For example, like the hardness. Your dig is not a 10 from 10 hard, it's 11 from 10 hard. I like that pretty much because it's so hard, then it's feeling my pussy is exploding when you got into me. I don't know, maybe something like this. You have to make the third point unforgettable, because then it's like normal as in the selling part, in the selling job, that you build the last one so big that the 2 before are forgettable, you know. So that's Important, you have to use virtuals. It must be feel real and not like a bot or imagining something. One cool example I have here is OMG baby, I used to have a toy shaped like it. I hate armor sports. I might need to 6'9" you just to fit down my throat. That's really cool sentence, but in my opinion, you have to implement more the 6 factors here, and then you can set this as an like an follow-up or like an upsell behind. Yes, that was the video. I hope the video helps you in your chatting in your backend. If you have any questions, let me know in the free Telegram group, and it's in the bio.